What if I was to tell you that one of the better albums of this year isn't exactly extreme metal, but a combination of kind of a poppish sweetness, some kind of oily rockiness, and then some mainstream metal? Well, that's what we have here with Smackbound, with their album called 2020. Now, this name is not referring to the year we're living, no more than the Beach Boys album with the same name. This one is actually referring to your eyesight, where 2020 actually means rather good eyesight. It's an American term, so in case you want to find out more, do a little bit Googling and you will find out. This is a band that is very, very new, but I was lucky enough to get to listen to a couple of single songs in 2019 already when the band went out with their video singles, and they have done even more so with them later on. Now, in the 2020, they actually released his first albums, June 2020 actually, so it's a relatively new album. And to be honest, this is sort of a supergroup. All the members have a lot of experience in previous bands. Stratovarius, Trey Stone, Winter Sun, and a cover band called Run for Cover, which features the vocalist here, Netta Lauren, a veteran of sorts in acting as well as in music. And here we have the Smackbound lineup, as well as the band's homepage, where you can find all these songs and more information about the band. That I will leave for you to homework, and here we will focus solely on the music. Now, this is an interesting album because it combines different styles. There are some parts which are almost like pop rock. There are parts which are almost like kind of hard rock. There are parts which are kind of a symphonic metal, and then some. There are more melancholic parts, almost like ballads, and there are more aggressiveness. There are middle finger parts with cursing words and all that stuff. And then there is this song called Run, which is something like a super hit. Possible super hit. That is a kind of a song that you could imagine hearing, I don't know, in a sports commercial or some big ass major sport event like Olympic Games or Super Bowl or stuff like that. It's that catchy, it's that mainstream, and it's actually a good song. Now, with all these different elements and all these different styles these members have taken their experience from, it's kind of interesting how well they baked this cake, or more like a buffet table, smorgasbord or something like that, like American people tend to say it. That is, I like this buffet comparison because it's like as if you have this big ass table filled with different kind of sausages, veggies, cakes, pieces of meat and bread, all kind of stuff, and then just go and pick and choose whatever you like for your plate. And usually that kind of a buffet table ends up filling you way too much because you start getting all the stuff on your plate, and the second round and third round, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm too stuffed and all that stuff. But this time, this ends around 40 minutes. So before you can actually go for your gluttonic trip, you're like, okay, it's already done. So it's like the perfect portion for your buffet table trip. And so before you give it another spin, you're just actually letting the music sink in your brain and kind of like make you understand what's going on. So I think this is a nice, I wouldn't say roller coaster trip, but rather a kind of a road trip where you have these, you know, straight parts where you just push the pedal to the metal and enjoy that kind of a rock feeling and your hair flowing to the back. I don't have the hair, I don't even have the Corvette, but you get the idea. But then you also have these more kind of a curvy roads where you just have to slow down and enjoy the ballad, even the melancholic parts, like as if you're traveling to, I don't know, some autumn-filled driveway with dying trees and all that stuff. No, don't get too romantic and overboard with these kind of metaphors and whatnot. What I'm trying to say here, we have a really well-balanced album with some great tunes, and it's just not repeat one song after another, but more like giving you these different kind of tasting platter pieces where you have the saltiness, you have the sweetness, and something else along the line, and they complement each other. But obviously it all comes down to the vocals, because whatever you were talking about, pop music, rock music, even any kind of mainstream metal music, or the combination, like in this case. It all comes down to the vocalist. Can he or she handle it? And luckily, Netta Laurinen is, in my opinion, one of the best vocalists in Finland, especially if we're talking about the female ones, because she can really nail it. Whether we're talking about this kind of a oiled rock, or we're talking about some sweeter, kind of like bittersweet part with this deep melancholy and these deep emotions, she can just nail them. And I think she really dominates this album. But of course, without good songwriting and skilled musicians to kind of back her up, it wouldn't be much of a deal. So every piece of this puzzle played their role. And as such, I think Smackbound has done a really nice debut album. Is it for everybody? Not likely. Because as well this is written and as well this is done all the way from the production to the vocals to the arrangements and all that stuff, well, extreme metal fans are not gonna like it. Not like me anyway. But those who are ready to embrace sort of a strong rock pop mainstream metal act, well, they are in for a treat. This is a strong album that I totally suggest you to listen to. Take it to your favorite stream service or go to your local record store for a CD spin. It's all there for you, and obviously I hope you enjoy it. It's a strong one, so get your stereo setup going on with it and enjoy some Smackbound. Take care, see you, and bye bye.